So, with the virus and mutations, a lot of schools around the world has closed for now, and most are expected to stay closed for the winter or even start of spring. So how do the students at the school feel about this? Sadly, I can't be bothered to ask every single one, but what I can do is to tell you how it is for me, a 7th grade. Currently, I'm in my lockdown 2 and have just passed the 1 month mark. The first lockdown had a time span of 2 months. Experts believe things aren't getting better until April, at which point I would have lasted 4 months. That's twice as long as the first one. Of course, all of these numbers are from the perspective of a 13-year-old Danish boy. As the numbers are now out of the way, it's time for my perception of it. I like being with the boys. So we have a Discord server, and boy do we use it a lot. We always talk and play together, and with everybody sent home, there's always someone online. So none of us ever gets bored. And this is a perfect transition to the second topic, depression and boredom. I have heard a lot of people getting depressed, bored, or just hating this lockdown. A lot of people I know personally and have close relationships with have had one of these problems. But strangely, and I'm not saying the boys are better, I've only seen this happen to girls or people who doesn't play games together with friends. I'm starting to spot a correlation. People who are used to being friends online, people boomers will call introverts, are usually better at handling this lockdown. The education itself. So there's a lot of ways school gives education. At the start of the first lockdown, my school just sent homework over the internet and we had to answer it and send it back. Then they experimented with Zoom, and at last the one we're currently working with, Microsoft Teams. But what does the pupils think of this program? Well, we quickly discovered the volume mixer on our computer because of the horrible audio quality. I can see the benefits of using Teams, however, the trade-offs are just too much. So if my teacher doesn't want me to turn Teams down to 0, they should really switch to a new program. How much do we learn online? Well, not much, but if teachers would use this as a possibility to make new education unlike ever seen before, we could learn something, maybe even more than usually, but they won't. Instead, what's happening in this school is making more and more rules because they haven't made interesting education, so nobody cares about it. So the only option is to make more rules, so we will be forced to care about it. Pros and cons of online education. Let's start with the pros. It gives the teachers a possibility to make a new and exciting education. I don't know how, but it's not like teachers have a life anyway. You don't have to meet up in person, everybody's home, so always some gaming happening, and those things are great. But the cons are major. The teachers haven't taken initiative yet and keeps blaming us for not taking it serious, when in reality we just don't care about listening to the education if the teacher doesn't care about it.